EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a... Here's Wilson to throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And right away, he lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Terry McLaurin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Hardman to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 4.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are back within a score. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
14. 36 power.
Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2nd time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry him through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll get this one to Patrick. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Wilson will throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands of McLaurin. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7.
Broncos 7. Harrison Butker and kickoff 14 City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They get this out quickly to the left side. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, they'll take that.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now it's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They go back and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On third down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had